In this short video, we are going to focus on the notification panel, which a cold room operator can access by clicking on the bell here. This panel contains different sets of notifications that are relevant for the cold room operator. The first important thing to note here is that the notifications that have been already read are shown like this one, whereas the ones that are still to be read by the cold room operator are in bold. Now, there are different types of notifications that the cold room operator should be receiving, and here I would like to give you an overview of what these options are. So there are a set of notifications that relate to the sensors of the cold room. As you know, oftentimes temperature sensors are connected in a cold room so that we can extract temperature data that then is used as inputs for the time to pick up models. And in case the sensor for a given cold room has not sent any data in the last 12 hours, a notification is triggered. What's important here is that the cold room operator then checks whether there is anything that can be done from his or her side to fix this, or notifies a registered employee, so a manager, so that they can make sure to update the data or check what's happening with the sensor. Then the rest of the notification are linked to the items that have been checked in or to potential surveys that the cold room operator can help the farmers or the trader that are storing it to the cold room to fill in. First of all, linked to the time to pick up, the cold room operator will get a notification when some produce that it's stored in one of the cold rooms they're monitoring is approaching the end of shelf life. This means that this notification is triggered anytime that the time to pick up for a given set of crates is less than 2 days. And the notification would look like this: to please notify the user that his or her crates of specific crop, in this case apples, should be picked up as soon as possible. And this gives you some information to understand which apples are we actually talking about. Now, if a cold room user has a smartphone, they also receive a notification that it's very similar to this one, but the cold room operator should pay special attention to the cold room users that don't have a smartphone, so that if they maybe are not receiving the SMS information about it, they can get informed by the cold room operator about the fact that they should be picking up the produce as soon as possible. Then another set of notifications that the cold room operator will see relate to the surveys. As you know, there are two types of surveys. The baseline surveys are what the cold room user should fill in before they start storing. And so in case they have stored a set of crops, but they have not completed the survey, so the baseline survey for that crop yet, then a notification is triggered. And in this case, the cold room operator can click on this link so that the survey actually opens for them to fill that in. Also, in this case, if the cold room user has a smartphone, they will receive this notification as well, so they can also be done from their side. Second set of surveys is the market survey, and so the cold room operator, it's also prompted every Monday to help the cold room users who have done a checkout for any given crop in the past week to fill in the surveys. And also in this case, you can click on the link so that the survey is open. And then finally, the cold room operator have another type of notification, which is a notification that looks like this, and this is linked to the marketplace. We explored this in detail in another video, but as an overview, what this means is that when some produce that is stored in a specific crate, it's bought by a buyer, so by a different user, the produce needs to be redistributed between crates, because we want to keep the ownership of one specific crate with just one user. And so by clicking on this one, the cold room operator will see what is that needs to be redistributed and can take the necessary action to ensure that if, for example, apples have been bought, or in this case, like mangoes that have been bought, they belonged to Juliet before and now they were brought by Gina, then the mangoes of Gina should be moved to a separate crate to ensure that there is no mix-up of owners between the two crates. And so that concludes this short videos. What we have seen is that there are different sets of notifications that the cold room operator is seeing, and that these are relevant for the interaction with the users and also to ensure that the operation at the cold rooms are running smoothly without issues with the sensors and also without issues for crop spoilage, so that when the time to pick up it's less than 2 days, the cold room operator is notified.